Hajia Naja'Atu Mohammed, that just resigned from APC campaign team, is still going around blowing hot against Tinubu, that he can never support a sick man, a man who cannot control himself, a man who cannot handle his situation, let alone handling a country of 1 million people. That is impossible for him to support such a man. As he comes to Channels TV, I bring to you the clips and everything about it. Thank you very much.
As the 2023 general election approaches, a former All Progressives Congress APC chieftain, Hajia Naja'Atu Mohammed, former director of the civil society organizations of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, has said that she will not repeat the mistake made on Buhari for Tinubu, the party's presidential candidate. Mohammed said the gaffes and blunders trailing Tinubu's campaign appearances were an indication of ill health and the fact that he was incapable of presiding over the affairs of the nation. But in a swift reaction, the Tinubu-Shettima Presidential Campaign Council has attacked Hajia Naja'Atu Mohammed, who resigned last week and has since decamped to the Atiku Abubakar campaign group, describing her as a mole in the APC presidential campaign. Joining us now on this morning show from our Abuja studio is Hajia Naja'Atu Mohammed, former director of civil society organizations, APC Presidential Campaign Council. Hajia, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us on the morning show.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Well, Hajia Naja'Atu Mohammed, do you accept your characterization as a mole in the APC? Because the APC is that you are a mole and you have gone to where you came from. And secondly, do you feel vindicated by what happened in Abeokuta yesterday, where the candidate of the APC accused the Buhari administration, either by way of innuendo or by suggestion or directly with reference to powers that be, that Naira redesign and fuel scarcity, those two major issues faced by Nigerians, have been designed to sabotage him?
In the first place, there's a difference between the Tinubu Campaign Council and the APC. Only the APC could have had the right to expel me from the party, not the Tinubu Campaign Council. The APC doesn't belong to Tinubu. And I gave my resignation to the chairman, somebody that I have a lot of respect for. Not just that, but they know how hard and where they had gone from pillar to pole to beg me to please come back. But I can't go into personal issues, because when you indulge in personal issues, personal insults, you are not only condescending, but you are diverting attention from the main issues, the main problems that are bedeviling this country. So I don't want to waste my time on them. But I want to stand my ground that I left because Tinubu is incapable. And I have been vindicated yesterday. Everything about Tinubu is about himself. When he wanted to contest, he said it's his turn. He wants to hold the knife that will cut the pie. It's not about the country. It's about him, his ego, his corruption. It's all about that, his control, his material control and the psychological control of the people of this country, but particularly the people from the Southwest. I have heard him when we were in ACN saying that when he sleeps, the Southwest sleeps. And when he wakes up, the Southwest wakes up. That is his mentality. It's like an emperor mentality, which is very wrong. However, to be very, very serious, when he begged me, and Falake begged me to go into the campaign council, I rejected. They know that. I didn't want to go into the campaign council, but they begged me. Tinubu, it's still ringing in my ear. In the name of Allah, Hajia, in the name of Allah, accept this appointment. I said, sir, I will not accept the appointment until you tell me what you have for us up north. He invited me to London. I went to London. I sat with him for 2 hours. Most of the time he was sleeping. I asked him what he had for us up north because we have extremely serious security problems. He told me that he didn't have anything. I said, sir, you mean that you want to be president and you don't even have a blueprint? He said he doesn't have a blueprint. He doesn't have a blueprint according to him because if I have a blueprint, I'm quoting him now, then I might be killed. And because I'll be stepping on too many toes. I said, sir, in that position that you are looking for, you don't think of death. You don't think of assassination. Anyway, that is gone. But I've been vindicated yesterday. Nigerians have been suffering for over a year for lack of fuel. And more Nigerians are going to suffer and are already suffering for the fact that they give a very short notice and make the new notes unavailable. So Nigeria now will have to resort to trade by barter. Tinubu did not say anything. All he's thinking of is the bullion VAM that has been made available for him to buy votes. I've been vindicated. Alhamdulillah.
All right. Well, thank you.
And you know, sir,
Please go ahead.
All right, go
Please
ahead. Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is this: Nigerians should be focused. We have a very, very serious problem. Nigeria is at the brink, especially as it concerns security. You must have an enabling environment in order to do anything. So you cannot take someone that is virtually senile and another person that has been associated on several occasions with funding terrorism. That is Kashim Shettima. Kashim Shettima, we should not forget Kabiru Sokoto. Kabiru Sokoto was one of the most wanted terrorists, and he was found and arrested in his house. Let us understand and let us not forget, this terrorism, this banditry, this carnage is not just happening by mistake. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. A multi-billion-dollar industry because it takes a lot of money on defense budget. It has a lot to do with the sale of drugs. It has a lot to do with mining and illegal bunkering and illegal and illicit mining. And look at the areas that are generally affected by this. Take the Northeast, for instance. In the Northeast, you have the blue diamond. That is a strategic mineral. You have oil at the Chad Basin that is being explored right now, but illegally. You have Zamfara. If you go to Zamfara, Zamfara has more gold than Ghana. Zamfara's gold is being traded in Dubai and other parts of the country. There is a market called Nigerian gold in Dubai. Go and check. So who is doing this mining? Most times they are the governors, the people in power. They are the ones doing it in connivance with foreign mercenaries. Can you remember? Have we forgotten when they said there is a no-fly zone in Zamfara? Why should there be a no-fly zone? There isn't even an airport in Zamfara. But aircrafts land and they take off from Zamfara. And let me tell you something else. In Zamfara, every container that comes from China ends up in Zamfara. You know why? Because in Zamfara, the soil in Zamfara has all the strategic minerals that you can think of. So when the containers come in from China, they land they end in Zamfara, and a bag of Zamfara soil is today sold at 5,000. So they need to displace the people to allow them to continue with their mining. I mean, it's multifaceted. And these are people that one has been severally accused of harboring terrorists, even recently. And why? Let us ask, why should Shettima be visiting, along with his governor, be visiting and making a solidarity with a police officer that was being tried for drug trafficking? Why? So you begin to put these things together and you begin to understand why Nigerians must retrieve their country. We can't allow this thing to happen.
Very heavy statements and things you've said just now, Hajia. But I'd like to ask you two questions based on some of the things you mentioned when you tendered your resignation. Still going back to the status of the health of the candidate of the APC, presidential candidate of the APC, where you said that when you had a meeting with him to discuss the issues that you were very particular and passionate about, he couldn't hold the conversation as he was sleeping for most of the time, and then he couldn't raise the teacup. We just interviewed one of the APC members of the campaign, and he said that largely untrue, that he would see during campaigns the APC presidential candidate is very fit, he's able to hold a broom, he wears an agbada, he's able to dance around, and so your claims, hold on, I just want to, let me just land on that your claims that he's not healthy enough. I want to hear from you now, based on your